In today's video, I am going to be breaking down and comparing the difference between Scottie Barnes and Jonathan Kuminga. I personally thought that Jonathan Kuminga was going to be drafted by the Raptors instead of Scottie, but I was wrong. So let's get down, let's check out these two amazing players. So first off, Scottie has fantastic footwork when it comes to the offensive side of the game. Here we can see a quick fake spin, turning back around for the shot. So when he receives this pass, he's already looking for that pass. He's a pass-first type of player. He's going to get a ton of assists. However, when he attacks, he does get down. He does do that quick hop. Why is that quick hop important? Well, that quick hop basically allows him to have a zero step so that he can attack at a much faster pace. When he's attacking, he does do a quick stop on that right foot, and then he does a quick pivot towards his left side. That then gets that defender down, just so happens to be Kuminga, down onto his heels, so that when we see Scottie Barnes turn back around, he's able to take that fadeaway shot. Now, really quickly, young players, when we see Scottie Barnes take that fadeaway shot, check out his body really quickly. He doesn't go leaning massively away from the net. He goes straight up for his shot, but he drifts backwards slightly. Why is this important? Well, if you basically lean, like a lot of younger players think that you need to lean really far away from the basket, your power is going to be drastically diminished, and because of that, we see that Scottie Barnes is able to hit that shot. He's also very good when it comes to that spin move. Now, on this spin move, he takes his right foot and he looks like he's about to attack that left side. However, that moves that defender towards that side, and when he spins around, look at the massive step that he takes. If you're looking to have a successful spin move, you are also going to need to have that massive step because it's going to create separation between you and your defender. What really impressed me was Scottie Barnes' passing ability. A left-handed one-hand pass down court to, of course, Banton is a fantastic pass, and considering that's his left hand, which is technically his weak hand, and he's able to do a left-handed one-hand pass, that is very, very amazing. Here, he is on the defensive side, and his defense is really, really good. He's able to get up and block so many shots. He also has that court awareness for when he goes for that steal, especially here at the half-court line. He has the basketball IQ and court awareness to know, hey, that's the half-court line. I can't pass it to him until he gets past half. And what does he do? He leads that player with a pass without having it go over and back. That's fantastic. Because of his long arms too, he's able to block a lot of three-point shots without really actually trying or even looking like he's in position to do so. So this is actually a very good play that we see. He's able to cut away from, or at least roll off of, a dribble handoff, and he notices that this area of the court is wide open. We have who looks to be Achua setting that screen for our point guard. It looks to be Flynn, and Flynn's able to see that Scottie Barnes is wide open because he used that roll and he attacked to try to get to that open area of the court. Flynn's able to see that, and then when Scottie Barnes has that low post positioning, he's able to make that basket. But how does he do that? Check this out. He has his man one-on-one. He does a quick dribble. He lands or hops and lands on 2 feet at the same time and lowers his left shoulder so to hopefully move that defender back towards that left side. He then turns back around. He should have went straight up for a shot here, but instead he did the quick shot fake, hoping to gain that foul and one, which he did. Meanwhile, with Jonathan Kuminga, we see somebody who is a very quick player who has handles and ridiculous hops. So something that he does extremely good here is he attacks that top foot. When he attacks that top foot, he doesn't just do it slowly. He does a quick hop. Watch that. Hops off the left and then lands on the left once more. That's his zero step. What that does is it allows him to have quick acceleration out of a standing position. He's able to take one dribble and then he takes one massive step so that he does that snatch back. Now, he still is one-on-one with his defender, but now he does that quick scissor step to make it look like he's going to be attacking that side because the defender has his top foot on that left side. So he does a quick scissor step to make it look like he's about to attack that left side, but then creates that top foot, and he's able to then attack that top foot. And then, of course, the rest is history. He goes in for a massive slam dunk. Now, something he does here is actually very interesting. He attacks that lower foot, but then he pushes that defender off and takes his 2 steps to the basket. This is called bully ball. To play bully ball, you need to be a very strong player and a very aggressive player, and it's also not a foul if you do it correctly. So when he attacks this basket, watch how he extends his arm slightly to push that player away. However, notice that when he does this, he's only extending his upper arm and not his lower forearm. Why is that important? Well, by extending his upper arm, it's almost pretty well in line with his foot. He owns that ground. It's his ground. He can get rid of people out of that ground. That allows him to then take his 2 steps and basically go in for a layup uncontested. However, if he was to extend his arm fully right here, that would have been a push-off and an offensive foul. He also has very good moves. So here, he attacks that top foot by doing a quick in-and-out jab cross. Basically, it's in and out dribble with a jab towards the side that you're doing the in and out dribble towards. That then creates a new top foot so that he can attack that left side. When he attacks that left side, he is a much faster player. He then clears out the arms of that defender by lifting the ball and both arms and hands on the ball towards the sky. Because basically this defender's trying to reach in to try to steal that ball. To clear his hands out, you lift that ball up to try and get rid of those arms. Sometimes can also get that foul called for you. And then he goes in for that easy layup. And guess what? They called the foul because that player reached in and he forcefully removed that player's hands by lifting that ball up into the air to basically clear out space. And as soon as he did that, that referee called that whistle and he gets that and-one continuation call. Now, meanwhile, Jonathan Kuminga is still a very good defender. Here we can see him going in for that steal and, of course, that slam dunk. However, what he's better at on the defensive side is disrupting those dribble handoffs. Meanwhile, Scottie Barnes is a much better one-on-one defender. Jonathan Kuminga is also very good at being able to run the floor, catching that ball in transition, and able to go in for that slam or even that three-point shot occasionally. Jonathan Kuminga is also very good on help side or help and hedge defense. As we can see here, he really blocks that ball. And that's going to be mostly attributed to his fitness level, his athleticism. Here, he's trying to cut off the driving player. And of course, we have a help side defender, or at least a trailing defender coming off of Barnes. And from there, he's able to go in for a shot that player should have never actually took. That offensive player should have actually tried to go into the body of that defender, Kuminga, taking that first step here and try to bring that left foot over towards this side. But even then, he would have gotten blocked anyways by Kuminga because he's a much more physical and stronger defender, in which case, because this player was facing this way, by taking that Euro step here, he could have actually kicked that ball out to Barnes for an open 3. But because Kuminga is such a high jumper, he's going to be able to block a lot of shots if players drive on him. Overall, for what the Toronto Raptors are actually searching for their team, Barnes does make more sense than Kuminga. Kuminga is more of an athletic forward who can really attack that basket using his handles. Meanwhile, Barnes, he's going to be an all-out one-on-one defender, and that's what you need when it comes to the playoffs and when it comes down to a half-court offense, which we do see a lot of in the NBA. And then also, Barnes is very, very good at footwork and the ability to pass that ball. His shooting is still coming along, but when it comes down to it, he's going to be able to work on that very easily. And overall, for what the Toronto Raptors are looking for, I think Barnes was still a better fit. I just didn't see that a few months ago. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.